Welcome guys to a new crypto update. In this crypto update, we're going to talk especially about the market in general and when to anticipate the bull run and what you should do if you are heavily in minus right now. But there were some major plays that we played out in the last couple of weeks, which were the stock market, right? Stock market gave us very, very good entries and our positions are insanely in profit so far. Everything in the next crypto update. So let's get to the charts. We are currently here in Morocco, in Marrakesh, in a big villa. Jetzt muss ich was erzählen, gell?
Yo.
So let's go guys, we are in the value channel right now and as you can see the markets in general obviously are very, very slow. We're going to talk about the markets and go on chart just in a second, but what was very positive so far, even though we are very low on volume, is that Nvidia reports 30 billion revenue for Q2, which is 3.8% higher than expectations. This is really, really good for us at the end of the day, right? Because Nvidia is a market carrier 100%, and everyone was in fear of they basically at the end of the day cutting shorter on that expectations and having less revenue at the end of the day, which then would be impactful negatively in the sense for the markets, right? But that is positive. Even though we have these positive news, we saw a little bit of a pump in the last couple of days, but now markets are back to very, very low volume and then basically zero movement, right? We're going to talk about that in 1 second, right? So far we are trading Ethereum USDT, so we have an open position in Ethereum USDT, we have an open position in AUD in Jupe, right? Crypto. We have an entry right now in Ton, right? Ton we hit SL. We entered when the Ton founder went into prison or basically got caught in France. Right now I heard that he was moved over, which was a little bit positive. I mean, we invested, but we also traded. Our trade unluckily hit stop loss. We are staying out for that because we have new levels that we want to see. As you can see, here was the Ton trade. Yeah, besides that, again, markets are very, very slow. Still want to provide you with a complete update. So let's switch over what is going to happen in the next week. So let's check out the news for the upcoming week. Today is September 1st and Sunday. So Monday, we have yellowish news, so nothing very impactful. We have Swiss franc CPI on Tuesday, September 3rd. Interesting for a couple of Swiss franc trades we have open. Then we have cut news, red ones, which obviously red means impactful. And then on Friday is non-farm payroll, right, which is the first Friday in every month, where we have a lot of red news for USD, CAD. We have the non-farm payroll, right, unemployment rate, non-farm employment change, all of these things. So that's going to be very interesting on how we perform over there, because what we have seen over the last couple of days and basically 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, is that the Dixie, which you can see right here, which is the dollar index, right, which indicates the strength of the United dollar, which is the world currency reserve, and we plumbed a lot, right? We went down, we crashed through a complete buy zone. I think no one really anticipated that. I also anticipated, even though we always play with very good risk, right, that we're gonna react over here and continue bullish, but we are having a strong bearish downtrend. Also new level now confirmed, as you can see over here, which is always an indicator for us that if price starts to go lower, right, and then we see probably another re-entry sell over here. So we can definitely continue to see very bearish US dollar strength in the sense of not being very strong in general, right, because we have a reselling area over here again. So that's definitely something that cooked up a lot of people, right, in the markets. Many people got liquidated, many automations got completely smoked, and that's because US dollar, just basically, dropped 5% in value in a couple of weeks, right, or basically in 2 or 3 weeks. Besides that, we have a very, very, very weak dollar, right, which is basically normally okay, because if Dixie goes up, crypto goes down, right, and now we are going down, crypto should be going up, but crypto is also not really reacting, right? So markets in general are very, very low, but still it is very interesting to see what the market is doing. So Dixie, we are in a buying zone over here. As you can see, for example, over here in the past, the same thing happened, right? We went down to this zone, basically came down again and then pumped up again. So it really depends, can change very quickly, but that was something that no one really anticipated, even though we had some signs over here with the weaker lows, right? The new weaker highs, the new highs weren't getting really, stronger in that sense. There was volume missing. And that again cooked a lot of people. That's why the markets are pretty low. And we don't see a lot of volume in general. And it's going to come back slowly, hopefully, since, it's August, right? And September now. So Australian dollar is going up. We have the The British pound, which is also going up. That is wild. Very strong British pound. Very strong Swiss franc. Knew it. Perfect. So as you guys know, I provide with complete market updates. As you know, I'm currently in Morocco, so I haven't been so much on the charts, right? We are here spending time with the whole teams and everything. So now I'm also just arrived here in the new villa, and I'm just going through all the charts myself and just like thinking out loud and let you guys participate in what I'm doing, right? Then we have euro is getting stronger than euro dollar, for example, was good to trade. Then we have the Japanese yen continues to get stronger. We have the Swiss franc. Here's the Swiss franc. Sorry, the other one was the Canadian dollar. Swiss franc value increasing as predicted. New Zealand, everything is basically going up with US dollar going down. We have US oil going down because of the US dollar, which means cheaper production for the economy in general. Okay, now let's go into the running trades, Forex, crypto, and stocks. In Forex, we entered AUD NZD, which is currently still a little bit in drawdown. We opened AUD CAD, which we are holding since some time now, which is basically missing a lot of volume. We have GBP AUD, right, which is also a big swing trade, also basically in the entry zones. We have GBP Swiss franc, which is up very well, but we are swinging it very high. So this is about 260 pips in profit right now. We have how much Swiss franc do we need to get British pound, since British pound and Swiss franc both are going very high. Obviously, you don't see a big move, but I predict that we're going to need more Swiss franc for the British pound. But let's see. Break even is already in. We have a bearish move over here that we need to break, which is basically this area. And you can see here the EMA 200 coming and acting as resistance, right? And either we do this or we continue really break higher. So far, I see it pretty bullish. But again, we are highly in profit. Even if I would close the position away right now, and we're just going to let it run and see where this goes, okay? Then we have USD JPY. USD JPY, same thing, right? US dollar is so weak, so JPY is at the end of the day now correcting a little bit. It means we need more JPY to get USD. But with, at the end of the day, USD being so weak, right? We need more Japanese yen or basically USD to go higher. And as we can see, the US dollar corrected a little bit, went high already. So we see this pushing up, right? And for some of you guys, maybe this might be very easy to understand if I explain that, but many people trade the markets and Forex. What I've seen with thousands of my students is that they don't do this breakdown in their mind in the sense of, okay, USD, how much Canadian dollar do I need to get USD all the time over and over to don't make mistakes while they also analyze the indexes, right? The dollar index or the Canadian dollar index as we did before, right? I always go through the indexes first and see what the indexes are doing because it's a second confirmation that is very important, okay? USD CAD. Currently in a drawdown, in a bigger one, right? We have a very big swing trade open. Same thing, USD CAD. How much Canadian dollar do we need to get USD? How much CAD do we need to give to get $1 US, right? Since US dollar is very low, it drops. Okay. Let's speak about crypto open positions. Ethereum kind of started to react a little bit with the good news of Nvidia, but still very low volume. As you can see, these daily candles over here are very uncertain candles, right? They go up, they go down, they kind of stay the same. As you can see, the body of the candle at the end of the day is very, very small. The wicks are very big, right? So these mean that means at the end of the day, we have a fair price, right? We are in a fair price zone right now. There's no volume, which then leads to market going sideways. So we are sideways very strong here in this buying zone. But it's a very strong buying zone. It's very good because the more stability we build in this area, the higher we can go and push. And that's what we needed to see these higher levels in Bitcoin and in crypto. We still have downside potential. So let's see how it goes. Historically, last year, around 25th of August, market started to pump. So far, don't see that, but we are definitely building up this position and building up positions and investing and you know, getting in and scooping away some good entries like in TON, for example, where price dropped a lot because of the event, the fundamental event which happened right in France, where the Telegram CEO got caught, right? Which basically is a very strong attack against freedom of speech. Love the reaction of all the communities and how people are going wild and crazy and defending it, and especially UAE, right? Because he's, for what I know, a UAE citizen, or especially lives in the UAE, right? And UAE said, hey, we want a fair trial. They canceled, I think, 20 or 30 fighter jets that they wanted to buy from the French government, right? Which is amazing. UAE really stands for this free speech, really knows how to position themselves. Very good PR move from them. But yeah, so that's a big move actually, where we went into TON and accumulated more TON, obviously, because you got it 10% cheaper. Jupe, same thing, just like basically very boring, like very boring. I said on Twitter, crypto right now is boring like most people's lives, right? So XRP still, we are holding it. Still in a minus position and drawdown. Then we go stocks. Stocks are pumping. Stocks, especially the last 2 years, guys, I made insane amounts of money in comparison to crypto, Forex, everything else. We are currently in AMD profit 9%, right? We are trading Immersion Corporation, which is in a drawdown, which is still open for entry, right? So if you guys want to check this out, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but this is currently still an entry zone, okay? Also in my value channel as shown in the beginning, right? I post all these trades there and update you on stop loss, everything. PayPal was one of the sickest trades we took a month ago. Basically entered somewhere over here in July, August. Yeah, now it's already 2 months. Time flies, guys. But we are 27% in profit. And I'm obviously still holding my investment and I'm holding my trading position in PayPal. Then Qualcomm is also still like, you know, a little bit in profit, still 7-8%, which is good. Roblox is, as I know, also pumped, had a very good entry. These are all the entries after the Japanese yen crash, basically, with their banks increasing interest rates, right, which caused the stock market to correct. And we had beautiful entries in that. Now, Sony, also insane trade. As you can see over here, we are currently, and Sony, I re-entered again. So Sony went up, came down, we entered, also updated in the value channel, 20% up currently. Tesla is my newest entry, which is also currently in profit, about 8%, right? That's amazing. So the gains of stocks in general are just amazing currently, right? Let's go over the observation phase. So these are trades that I'm observing. I'm looking for them. They seem to be good setups, but I'm just watching what the markets are doing and how they continue for me then to position myself and find entries in it, right? So right now, AUD USD, not really interesting. We have EuroCut approaching a buying zone soon. We'll update you in the value channel and call this trade if there's something to call. Euro GBP, as we know, GBP very strong. So we need less GBP. That's why the market is going down, right? Yeah, we continue to see where it goes and then re-enter. Okay, maybe we have a re-entry sell or something. But now, considering euro dollar, which is obviously very interesting and perfectly played out, right? Even with news, look at this, guys. So as you can see, we have this bullish sequence over here, comes down, corrects, then activates it. Okay, basically activates it here, comes down, gives us a re-entry, right? I had observed break of structure, right? Because we were in a strong sideways and then completely finishes the sequence perfectly into our C target, right? Which is our fib level in the SK system that we use to trade. Here on this channel, and especially myself, I do everything with the SK system. And our C target is defined in between 1,618 and 2%, which is 200% correction Fibonacci, where price perfectly went in and from there on started to correct. Actually could have traded a sell over here out of this C target zone. But yeah, as you guys know, very busy traveling, Portugal, now in Morocco, and yeah, perfect time anyways, it's boring, right? So no worries on that. We don't need to catch every trade, but would have been a nice one. Now, re-entry would obviously be here. We do the whole correction level of this whole structure, right? And re-entry would be here in this position at 1.09107, okay? GBP CAD, obviously CAD is coming down again. CAD is also getting very strong. We have a re-entry over here waiting for re-entry approach. AUD USD we actually can take out here for a minute because yeah, market moved different of what we wanted. GBP NZD is a trade that we also took. And I actually did not flag it. Okay, GBP NZD also currently in a buying zone. It's how much New Zealand dollar do we need to get British pound for? I still think that we're going to correct a little bit in the future on the GBP pairs, but we are in a beautiful buying zone and you can definitely check this trade out. It's also in the value channel, right? GBP CAD, just had it, right? Coming down, waiting for approach. NZD JPY, we're already trading USD JPY. And then gold. Gold is something that most people get completely effed with. Gold is still approaching and still basically touching and being around these high levels. We took a very beautiful sell, which resulted in a one-day complete escalation, which also was called, I guess, 2 weeks ago on a Thursday night, I think, and then Friday night it completely dropped. It was a beautiful trade. Besides that, not touching gold right now, really waiting for a break of structure. Break of structure, what I mean by that is this here, right? We are here in a structure and I want to see it break in the sense of more confirmation of where we could go. Obviously now we are looking more for bearish entries than bullish ones, okay? BTC, right? BTC is something that I don't have on my list right now because we are waiting for approach into our buying zone. So BTC still has time to go down and still has space to go down, right? And it's doing it slowly. It's not coming up. And this is our re-entry. So from there, I would really see the markets correct in crypto in general. We just took an early entry in Ethereum and all the other ones. Why? Because they are in buying zone, and we obviously always, without emotion or without interpretation, follow our system. That's very important, right? So Bitcoin, we are just waiting for the re-entry. Still, we can try it. I still see this open, basically this open space over here. We still need to finish this gap here of 44K or re-entry zone. Now that's what we talked about last time, right? We did these analysis and said, okay, 25 of August, we normally kind of start to pump out of this area, right? So I'll just change the color quickly so it's a little bit easier. Let me see. Okay, so we take blue. Okay, so what we talked about last time was this area over here, and then 25 of August it always started to come up and really like at the end of it push hard. Okay, so far what we're doing is we are seeing this pump, right? But we are entering this zone over here. Do you see what I mean? So we are entering this little thing here over here. We're going sideways. We're coming down one more time and then pumping up. So we're coming up, we're going sideways, we're coming down one more time and we're pumping up, right? Now this little come down correction in that sense could also mean this one, right? So I'm still kind of bullish, right? In the long run, I mean in the next couple of months, especially approaching winter time, European winter time, in like October, November, December, Jan, Feb, right? In the sense of bull run, which is really, really overdue and lagging behind. But yeah, normally bull runs always started at the end of August, beginning of September, October. September it started to pick up, right? So let's see. We are building this stability, which is really, really good, but I think we're still gonna probably see a little crash here. Markets are very choppy in general, especially over the summer times, right? So you need to be a very good trader to really control this. Then we have Solana. Solana, same, but different in the sense of obviously they all follow Bitcoin and the market looks the same, right? We are in this consolidation zone over here. We are kind of not seeing new highs, right? We are getting these sideways things, right? We are reacting bearish, we are reacting bullish. So very, very boring, right? Very boring. Okay. So stocks is really what we are squeezing on, right? And I don't see anyone trading stocks or giving trade ideas on stocks, but stocks, as I put them in the value channel, are very strong. This was our ton trade. We tried it over here, right? But the thing is, it was a riskier trade because we still have this zone over here, right? We still have this re-entry zone, which means another probably 10, 20%, another 16% correction, right? And obviously we're gonna just DCA in and buy more because ton is one of the major coins that I want to accumulate, right? Yeah, we're just gonna see how it goes, right? So yeah, guys, that's basically it right now of what is really interesting in the markets. Let me see other stocks. This one is still very, very low. Nothing interesting. Yeah, again, guys, markets are boring, definitely. There were some good moves that we especially did in the last couple of weeks, which were basically, our stock trades, okay? Then on the meme coin space, let's talk about the meme coin space quickly. So on the meme coin space side, we are currently looking more into the Ton chain, right? So Tron chain, right? Not Tron, USDT, right? Basically, most people send USDT on the Tron chain, TRX, that's maybe where you know it from. But Tron chain really took off a little bit, and there's one big play that everyone talks about, which is Bird Dog, right? Bird Dog, BOG, also in the value channel. We have Sant, right, which basically volume very low. Just in general, guys, it's insanely boring right now, so we are not really touching anything. So we are just watching the Tron ones, and obviously I update you in the value channel. And besides that, portfolios obviously are very, very down, especially in the meme coin space. But I have conviction plays that I'm holding. Not like the small ones, but obviously the bigger ones, and we're just gonna see how it goes, right? But besides that, as you can see, we have a lot of negative, a lot of red numbers. Nothing is really doing anything, okay? What is always doing pretty well is Ponky, actually, which I'm always very amazed of. Ponky holds very, very strong, which shows us a lot of stability. As you can see over here, this is Ponky, right? Ponky over here, even though we had all of these crashes, basically just like does not go below our re-entry zone, which is price action wise beautiful to see, right? So a very strong play here. You see people really holding this long term, not selling, because they probably see something, right? And these are the big players. So Ponky is something to always keep in your mind when it comes to all of these trades. Then on the Ton chain, obviously we are also down, right? 30%, 40% total. TCAT still the highest one we're holding. So I don't even look at my portfolios, guys. I know it is going to easily 5, 10, 15x in the next couple of days, a month, sorry. So I don't really, I'm very well invested, very risky invested, very well invested, trading, right? And stocks is really what is interesting right now. But that's why we always push all the markets, because we never know what is currently interesting, right? But besides that, that's what's happening in the meme coin space. Be aware of the Tron chain and Bird Dog, Sant, and Fofar. These are the 3 ones that I'm looking into and investing into. Ton chain in general, ton DCAing in, buying more ton, definitely something that I'm doing, accumulating more. And besides that, guys, just waiting. We are obviously very well diversified, invested into high risk, into long-term plays, into, you know, major and basically, you know, into the altcoins. And we're just waiting. Okay, we're just waiting, putting more money in, putting more money in, trading it, and really taking out money off the stock market right now, in the sense of trades, because that's right now anything like just the only thing that really works, right? So with that being said, guys, a link for the Value channel is below. Keep you guys updated there. All my trades, everything is in there. And with that being said, guys, see you in the next one. Follow and like to stay updated. And soon I'm going to be back in Dubai. I still have one travel to Germany. And from there on, guys, I'm back in Dubai for 1 month. You have more content. And then also around that time, markets are going to pump more. So that's going to be funny, guys. I'm looking forward. Let's get it. Greetings from Morocco. Wa alaikum assalam. Ciao, ciao.